Okay, now that we've talked about some of the core principles and some of the theory that you need to understand in order to be successful with this analysis, let's take a few minutes and discuss what you need to do to set up your computer to be able to use the tools necessary to conduct this analysis. Now, we've talked a lot about a programmatic approach, and while there are plenty of different programming languages with which you can do data analysis, the one that we're going to focus on during our hands-on sessions is a programming language called R. And so I need you, before you move into the hands-on sections, to do a few things. One, I need you to install the programming language R. Two, I need you to install the IDE RStudio. An IDE, if you'll recall, is just an application that helps us write code. The analogy that we keep using is that Microsoft Word helps you write prose or text, and RStudio will help you write R code. So in order to do that, you can go to this particular website. It's actually a book that has been written for individuals who are new to programming with R, and there is an appendix that gives pretty clear instructions on how to install R and RStudio. Now, this is a pretty common question, and so you can find video tutorials as well if that's more your flavor. I would just encourage you to make sure that those video tutorials include both the installation of R and RStudio. So to give a quick example of this, I would recommend that you start just by Googling something like hands-on programming with R, installing R in RStudio. I guess I technically binged it, but if we look at this window, we can see that I type that into my search field. I get a bunch of video results, some of which could be helpful to you. Feel free to explore those. But if I scroll down, I actually see this book's website. And another thing that I love about the R community is that there are so many people willing to help that you can almost always find not just an answer to your question, but lots of times you can find entire books or entire courses for free online. So let's go ahead and click on this link, and I will briefly point out some of the information that it gives you about installing these necessary tools for our environment. So you can see that this particular link is not to the title of the book or anything like that. It's actually brought us right into the appendix, installing R in RStudio. And you can also observe that we're given some pretty explicit instructions about how to install R on either a Windows machine or a Mac. And I guess if you use Linux, yeah, you also can get some instructions here. And then we see some information about how to install RStudio. So go ahead and follow these instructions. Alternatively, like I said, if you Google around, it's very easy to find videos that can be helpful. I may even actually post a couple video tutorials just as links, in association with this video to help make that easy. Now, after you've installed those things, there are two more steps. One of them is to download our sample data set. That sample data set should be hosted in the same environment where you're watching this video, so keep an eye out for a link there. If you end up watching this video on YouTube directly, I will post a comment that has a link where this dataset can be downloaded. And then finally, I'd recommend that you create a project folder and store that downloaded dataset, it's a CSV file, in that project folder. My recommended file path would be in your documents folder, create a folder titled something like suture quality analysis, and that's a reference to the hands-on case study that we're going to do, where we're going to look at a suture manufacturer and do some defect analysis around the quality of their sutures and needles. So please follow those 3 steps, and we'll see you in the next video. Thank you.